All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're tackling one of the most critical questions in all of crypto. How do you actually keep your digital money safe? We're going to break down that big debate. Hot wallets versus cold wallets. Let's go.
But first, why does this matter so much? Just look at this number. $1.5 billion. That's how much was swiped in a single crypto heist. This is what's on the line when your security isn't locked down.
So where does that insane number come from? It's from the infamous Bybit heist back in February 2024. And look, this wasn't some random hack. It was a super sophisticated operation that went after a major exchange and totally picked apart its security. It's just a massive reminder that in the world of crypto, security isn't just a feature, it's everything.
So here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll dig into that billion-dollar heist to really understand the risks. Then, we'll demystify what a wallet really is. It's probably not what you think. We'll put hot and cold wallets head-to-head, help you figure out what's right for you, look at some next-level security stuff, and wrap up with the one thing you absolutely cannot afford to lose.
Okay, let's start with the story of that heist, because to really get the solution, you have to understand the problem, right? And this wasn't some simple smash and grab. This thing was a masterclass in combining sneaky deception with serious technical skill.
What's so wild here is how this whole thing unfolded in stages. It all started with a classic social engineering trick. Basically, they tricked a developer. The hackers, North Korea's Lazarus group, used that access to plant some malicious code. And here's the clever part. They put it in the user interface of a hot wallet platform Bybit was using. So when Bybit's CEO went to approve what looked like a totally normal transfer, that hidden code secretly routed $1.5 billion to the hackers. It was a supply chain attack that completely bypassed all these security layers by hitting the weakest link, the part of the system that's always connected to the internet.
That heist story is, well, it's a terrifying reminder of what can go wrong. But it brings us right to the heart of our topic, the crypto wallet. See, to keep your assets safe, you have to know what a wallet really is, and just as importantly, what it isn't.
This is probably the single biggest misconception in crypto. You hear the word wallet, and you picture something in your pocket that holds cash. But with crypto, nope, that's not how it works at all. So, where are your coins really?
And the answer, which might surprise you, is they are not in your wallet at all. Your Bitcoin, your Ether, it's not sitting on your phone or on that little USB stick. A crypto wallet doesn't hold your assets, it holds the keys that let you access them. It's way less like a wallet and way more like a super secure digital keychain. Your assets actually live on the blockchain, this huge public digital record book. Your wallet holds the private keys, which are just these super complex codes that prove you're the owner of the assets on that record book and give you the power to move them. So the most important thing to get in your head is this: protecting your wallet is all about protecting your keys. Okay, so now that we know wallets are all about the keys, we can finally get to the main event. You see, all crypto wallets basically fall into two big categories: hot and cold. And the difference between them boils down to this one fundamental trade-off: convenience versus security.
So here's the core difference, and it's actually pretty simple. A hot wallet is anything that's connected to the internet. Think a mobile app or a browser extension. This makes them super convenient for trading and everyday stuff. A cold wallet is the exact opposite. It is kept completely offline, usually as a physical hardware device. This makes it a little less convenient, sure, but way, way more secure.
And this table here breaks it down even more. You've got hot wallets like MetaMask, which are always online. That makes them vulnerable to hacking, phishing, and malware. You know, the exact kind of attack that happened in the Bybit heist. They're awesome for active traders and people using DeFi apps. On the other side, you've got cold wallets. They're offline. Their biggest risk isn't some hacker on the other side of the world, it's you physically losing it or it getting damaged. This makes them absolutely perfect for holding large amounts long-term. Think of it like your digital vault.
So we've gone through all the technical differences, but the real question is, what does all this mean for you? The right wallet for you really just depends on how you plan to use your crypto.
And to figure that out, you just have to ask yourself a simple question. What kind of crypto user are you? Are you someone who's checking prices every day and making trades? Or are you in this for the long haul? So if you're an active trader or you're always exploring new decentralized apps, you just need the speed and ease of a hot wallet. But if you're a long-term investor, a hodler, as they say, and you're planning to hold your assets for years, then the Fort Knox-level security of a cold wallet is an absolute must. And hey, if you're just starting out, a user-friendly hot wallet is a great place to begin, but you should definitely plan on getting a cold wallet as soon as your portfolio starts to grow.
But here it is, the most important takeaway. For pretty much everyone who's serious about crypto, the answer isn't hot or cold, it's both. You use a hot wallet like a checking account, small amounts, daily transactions. And you use a cold wallet like a savings vault, for the big chunk of your assets that you don't need to touch very often. This hybrid strategy, it really does give you the best of both worlds, convenience when you need it, and security where it counts.
Okay, so you've got your hot wallet for daily stuff, your cold wallet for the vault, you're all set, right? Well, mostly. But for those of you who want to go to the next level, there are some advanced options that can completely eliminate what we call a single point of failure.
Let's talk about this really cool concept called Shamir's secret sharing. Now, instead of having just one backup for your private key, this method actually splits your key into multiple, unique pieces, called shares. By itself, one share is totally useless. You need a specific number of them to come together to rebuild the original key.
Here's how it works in practice. You could split your key into, say, 5 shares, but then you set the rule that you only need 3 of them to recover it. So you could give one share to a family member, put another in a safe deposit box, and keep a third one at home. Now, even if 2 of those shares are lost or stolen or destroyed in a fire, you can still get your funds back with the other 3. It's a really powerful way to decentralize your own security.
We have covered a ton of ground, from massive billion-dollar heists all the way to advanced cryptography. But all of it, every single thing we've talked about, comes down to this one final critical point. This is hands down the most important idea in self-custody.
This quote right here just says it all. Your hardware wallet, it can break, it can get lost, it can get stolen. The physical device itself is totally replaceable. You can just buy another one. But what is absolutely 100% irreplaceable is your recovery phrase, which is also called your seed phrase. That list of 12 or 24 words is the master key to all of your crypto.
This is the ultimate mantra in crypto, and you'll hear it over and over again for a reason. Not your keys, not your coins. If you don't have total control of your private keys, and that means you have your recovery phrase written down, secured, and offline, then you don't truly own your assets. Simple as that. If you leave your coins on an exchange, you're trusting them. Self-custody means you are the bank.
So, as we wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with this one question. I want you to take a hard look at your own setup, your own security habits, and really ask yourself, after everything we've talked about today, is your digital wealth truly 100% under your control? The answer to that, well, that's up to you.